NFL Week 6. When I think of good wideout play, Tyreek Hill and Stefon Diggs are two names that come to mind. And the way each of these young men play is nothing short of astounding. Hill and Diggs have completely different physical profiles, but they both share similarities when we talk adjectives that describe how they play. Tenacity, they say, is one characteristic of being a dog. Mr. Hill is every bit dog with an exuberant tenacity for wideout play. On his route to an impressive 12-catch day for 177 yards, Hill caught a 2-yard spot route, burst past 3 defenders, causing 2 of them to miss a tackle, and 13 yards later, the Vikings needed 2 more defenders to bring down the 5'10", 185-pound mercurial receiver. His nickname is Cheetah, and watching him accelerate past defenders on catches where it seems like he's bottled up, I understand why the moniker fits. The first defender, more times than not, doesn't make the tackle in guarding Hill. He also obliterates angles like no one I've ever seen with the ball outside of former Heisman Trophy winner Reggie Bush. Stefon Diggs had a normal day at the office, catching 10 balls for 148 yards and 1 tug. Outside of his touchdown, none of his plays this weekend were eye-popping, and that's okay because I have noticed at the end of plays, he's looking to destroy defenders. He doesn't get tackled easy and usually attempts to stiff arm whichever defensive back he's facing. Although it's irritating at times to see wideouts celebrate after a simple pass completion, I love how Diggs flexes as to say, y'all gonna feel me today. On the season, Hill and Diggs have the same amount of targets, with Hill catching 1 more ball for the number 1 and number 2 spots on total yardage, 701 to 656. Diggs has 4 more touchdowns and might be my leading top wideout if I were choosing today. I look forward to more playmaking and feet shaking by these two throughout the season. It's positive to see Michael Pittman have the game he had this weekend. This is the very first weekend since week 1 that Pittman cracked 100 yards receiving. He didn't have any explosive plays as he caught a lot of shallow cross and dig routes, but he made the plays he was expected to make. I would like to see him catch some go routes to stretch the defense and add another variable to his collage of routes. The Wow Award goes to Jamar Chase of the Cincinnati Bengals for a 7-catch, 132-yard, 2-touchdown performance against the New Orleans Saints. Chase ran a great route by threatening the defender outside, taking an inside release, pushing his route vertical, and snapping his head as his foot planted toward the end zone with the ball that was in his hands before the defender could react. But it was his second touchdown that sold me. With a little over 2 minutes remaining in the game, Chase caught a back shoulder throw from Joe Burrow, threw the defender off of him, and accelerated past the safety for the game's winning score for a 60-yard touchdown. Keep it up, young fella, and you might just make my top 5 when my list comes out. Jalen Waddle gets the money. Without starting quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, the speedy wideout hasn't seen his productivity drop as much as I thought it would, especially when you consider during Week 5, the Dolphins lost their top 2 quarterbacks to back-to-back concussions. I wouldn't have expected Waddle to be number 5 in yards with only 30 catches on the season, which is 20 catches behind his counterpart Tyreek Hill. But as the saying goes, playmakers make plays, and that's exactly what the second-year pro out of Alabama has been doing. He amassed 129 yards on a 6-catch day that produced a 49-yard scamper up the right sideline. I hope his shoulder is okay so he can do more torching this weekend against the Pittsburgh Steelers. The other 2 wideouts to eclipse the 100-yard mark that Gish you talked about on this blog was Juju Smith-Schuster and Justin Jefferson. Although Juju's production has steadily declined after he stopped playing with Antonio Brown and having an injury-plagued 2021, it's encouraging to see explosive plays of 40-plus yards with the touchdown out of the 6-year pro out of USC. Justin, mama, there goes that man Jefferson, did what he does best, and that's catch the ball. Jefferson finished the afternoon with 107 yards on 6 of 8 targets. He's exciting to watch, and explosive plays like the wheel route up the right sideline are what I expect to see more from the uber-talented wideout. Wideouts worldwide have another great week, and I can't wait to see the phenomenal plays the universe produces this week. Wideouts, let's go. Finish strong. Only think about success and just catch it.